Hi guys, today we're going to make a spectacular cherry and Bailey's dessert amuse. We're going to make our own Bailey's and use it as a base for liquid-filled cherries covered with homemade coffee chocolate. So, let's begin. We're going to start with the Bailey's. First pour 300 grams of cream into a saucepan together with 150 grams of sugar. Then finally also add 20 grams of a dark espresso and while mixing, bring this to a boil. Then take it off the heat and let it cool down completely. After that add 300 grams of whiskey and mix it well. Now transfer it into a bottle or a container and keep it in your fridge for later. Then for the cherry filling. Take 350 grams of cherries and remove the stems. Keep those in your fridge for later. Now we're going to remove the pit of these beautiful cherries. Obviously you have a lot of devices to do this and there's all kinds of equipment. And I have a lot of devices and equipment in this kitchen, really everything is already full. But the only thing I don't have is something like that. But what I do is I just take a chopstick, you put it at the little hole where the stem was and then you just easily press it out. So it's not as fast, but it's still pretty fast and it works great. So if you don't have a cherry pit remover, just take a chopstick and press it out. Then pour 150 grams of the Bailey's into a measuring jar and also add 250 grams of the clean cherries. Blend this till smooth. Once smooth, pass it through a fine sieve and use a ladle so you don't waste a single drop. Now fill your desired mold. I do this with a small piping bottle to make it a bit easier. Then let the cherries set completely in your freezer. Now for the coffee caramel chocolate. First take 200 grams of cocoa butter and melt it on a low heat. Then pour it into a wet grinder. Now also add 100 grams of milk powder and then turn on the machine. Then slowly add 100 grams of cane sugar and 10 grams of instant coffee flakes or powder. Mix this for around 4 hours till silky smooth. Now I'm going to use it to cover the cherries, so I colored it with a touch of red and purple fat-soluble coloring powder. When you're happy with the result, transfer it into a bowl and keep it out of the fridge for later. Then take your cherry stems and tie some thin rope around it. Now use a scissor to tidy up the ends. Then remove the cherries from the mold and use a hot metal rod to make small holes at the top. Fill it with 2 drops of the cherry filling and then place the cherry stem on top. Hold it for a couple of seconds till frozen and then let them set for 5 more minutes in your freezer. Meanwhile, heat up the chocolate on a double boiler or in the microwave till it's 35 degrees Celsius. Now take one of the frozen cherries and quickly dip it in the hot chocolate. You really need to be quick because the cherry is solid frozen and the chocolate is lukewarm, so it will set quite fast. And after that just use the side of the bowl to clean up the bottom and then you have a beautiful cherry. Repeat this process with all the cherries and then let them defrost in your fridge. Now I serve them in a little tray with a special wow factor. For this, place a small bowl in the soil underneath the tree. Fill it with some dry ice and then hang the cherries in the tree. Okay, so the idea is that you put this on the table and your guests will already be like, wow, looks amazing, beautiful cherries in the tree. And then you come up with the boiling liquid and you pour it in. And then everyone's mind will be blown. At least that's what I think. But I think it's pretty cool. It looks, I think it looks spectacular. It looks pretty cool and just love the idea of this. So I think it will be amazing. Just to clarify, the liquid I use is boiling water with a couple drops of cherry aroma. Okay guys, that's it for today. I'm super pleased with the result. The cherries look amazing. I think the dry ice is a really cool effect. And I can't wait to dig in. Just like the last time, I loved making my own chocolate. Making the Bailey's, I thought it was gonna be quite difficult, but it's like a 5-minute job, so that's super easy. When you serve these, just beware that you tell your guests, take them, eat them at once. Don't bite it, don't look on the inside, because it's gonna ooze out and then you're gonna be covered in cherry juice, and that's pretty hard to get out of your beautiful fancy clove. So, yeah. That's really nice. That's really delicious. The chocolate is still quite crispy. Because it's super cold. Because we didn't temper it, you don't need to temper it for this. But it's super delicious. It's so refreshing. The Baileys in combination with the fresh cherry juice. It's amazing. Yeah, that's really, really nice. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please let me know in the comments what you want to see next. Like and share the video and subscribe if you want to see more amazing videos like this and if you want to support my channel. And as always, bon appetit!